On this bumpy beer tasting, our lawyer made us change the name of this beer for legal purposes. So, that's the name of the beer. This comes from Branch and Blade Brewing Company. They're out of Keene, New Hampshire. And our lawyer made us change the name of this beer for legal purposes. It is a sour IPA with blood orange and tangerine. Comes in at 7% ABV. Yeah, I've yet to have a sour IPA that I've liked, so let's give it another go, I guess. There's no date on this can, so I do not know how old it is. Let's go ahead and crack it open and put it through the 50-point inspection. Anyways, that's the label art there. Looks interesting. All right. The head on this has some medium white bubbles. I do not expect that to really stick around. It's very hazy, kind of this weird orange coloration to the beer itself. Doesn't actually look that pretty. But let's go in for the aromas. Okay, so the appearance, I'm just going to give this a 6 out of 6. Yeah, it kind of looks a little bit ugly, but this one might need all the help it can get. Send lawyers, guns, and money. The aromas I'm getting, it's a bit of a tangerine, a bit of an orange, and there's a sour note in there. Doesn't really have a full-on malt. Sometimes I can kind of pick out like a sourdough aroma, but the malt doesn't seem to really be coming through. It's just kind of coming off as a sour note. So for the aromas on this, it's also not super effervescent. I'm going to give a 7 out of 10. Let's go ahead in for the first swig. So cheers. For the flavors, it's kind of got this mid-range sourness. I'm not picking up on any real malt flavor. Once again, sometimes in some of the better sours that I really like, there's a kind of a sourdough bread flavor with a real sourness. This is kind of like sour, tart side, but it doesn't really have any defining malt backbone to it. There's some blood orange. Bees seem to like it. Some blood orange in the flavor. And then there's just kind of this metallic, bitter finish. It's kind of unpleasant. Does not leave I don't like the aftertaste, I'm going to say. Has a medium body to it, higher side carbonation. I'm glad I only have this one can. So, for the flavors, I gave this an 8 out of 19. Body on it's fine, 5 out of 5. My overall, I'm going to give this like a 2 out of 10 because, hey, there's a little bit of like a blood orange note in the flavor. The sourness part of it's not bad. I just wish there was more like a sourdough bread type thing going on. But at least it's not the stomach bile flavor. But yeah, the finish on this is not very pleasant to me. So yes, the 2 out of 10 for my overall. So from Branch and Blade Brewing Company, our lawyer made us change the name of this beer for legal purposes. Sour IPA with blood orange and tangerine gets a bumpy 28 out of 50, and that's a not again. I would never get this again. Cheers, guys, and thank you for watching.